Hello for you all just tuning in. I'm Flo Davis. If you have never checked out any of my videos, a lot of times I give spiritual advice and wisdom, as well as different business advice. Today will be one of those days where I'm giving some business advice. My business advice today is go in for long-term goals. Um, I try to keep, sometimes I can go off on tangents, but I really try to keep these short to the point with actionable items for each person. So being an entrepreneur myself and going through a lot of ups and downs and seeing these fly by night, here by night people, my thing for you, and I guess my major word of advice is go for the long term. Really look in your business and stay in it for the long term. And what I really realize about business and a lot of advice that I give on a lot of things, mastery, there's key elements that every master, someone that's mastered karate, whether it be basketball, whether it be football, whether it be business, whether it be sports, whether it even be spirituality. There's certain factors and certain elements that are in the pattern to make a master. And in the pattern for making a master, focus on long-term goals. I apologize. Focus on long-term goals and be in it for the long run. I'll give a prime example. Daylight, a rapper that I've been really listening to lately, really insightful, really spiritual actually, and very enlightened individual. He said this, and then this is true with musicians too. You might see some of these overnight successes or some of these people that make a hot dance or make it this hot one hit wonder, and they're just as quick as they came, they're gone because they were more concerned about going viral or doing something that was hot right now than making sense instead of like longevity, right? So the real musicians have records and records and records and albums and albums and albums, and they make timeless music. The same thing when it comes to a business. Prime example, say you do go viral or you do get like this major publicity, like how are you going to market that virality, and are those customers or is that advertising something that you want to be a part of your product for the long run? So I hear a lot of people talk about this, but what I say, if it's gifted from God to you and you have a vision and you have to keep focusing and working on that vision, just be patient and wait for the right time. I'll give a prime example. This is one of my favorite business things that I talk to about a lot of my friends. But if you have the vision, just like Steve Jobs, no one can stop you if you have the vision. My favorite story is really between Netflix and Blockbuster. And I'll give a prime example of even people in my life. There might be some people that are millionaires, billionaires, or might look at some of my ideas or look at some of the execution and they're laughing, at Netflix. Blockbuster was laughing at Netflix. Look where Blockbuster is now. So if you have the right idea and you have the right execution and and you watch the market, you study, you start this trend, don't let the dollars that you have right now determine your value to society, right? So things are changing, the paradigm is changing, there's an entire shift going here, and there's still millions, billions, even trillions to be made. So take time, build up those values, study, continue to provide value, and I promise the higher your value will go, the higher you'll get whatever currency, whether Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, whatever that might be important. So stay faithful. Like I said, everything is changing. The economy is changing, and then for those that are wise, this is a great opportunity to really level the playing field when it comes to internet and it comes to all these things. You can really use your intelligence to put you ahead of the game. So I gave a little thing about this before, kind of on my Instagram. So my Instagram is Flo FLOW underscore the magician. I'll put that in the notes here on this YouTube video. I gave a little story about that, about really increasing your value, and everything else it will come, and where you carry yourself at, that vibration. So like I said, there's a lot of people out here that are scammers, a lot of people that think that just money is just it, or the so-called death note or whatever, that's just it, and because they have a little bit of value now, they think they're ahead of the other people. But just like a janitor could be a CEO, those tables can turn instantaneously. So really focus on your value, deliver and execute that value and refinements. Life is full of refinements, right? So you could win, you lose, but you get better and better and better and better each day. So long story short, whatever you love to do or whatever is there an issue that you see that you could solve, like a major solving for society? People that really make wealth solve other people's problems. They really, really do that. Make, you can be regular or you could be amazing. Look at Shopify. Shopify did so amazing because what it did was it almost took, I mean, for some higher level websites you might have to do, but it basically took the need for a developer, the needs of $10,000 to start up and you get your online shop up and running. Yes, they had a goal. Yes, it's a profitable business. Yes, they make money. But what their business model did is it empowered other people to make moves. So think about stuff like that when you're starting a business. Think about stuff like that when you're executing and making goals. I know after Startup Week and hosting Startup Week, there's something that really stuck with me, and I really put those, no matter what I'm going through, no matter when I'm picking a new business or whether I'm picking, this is an event or something that I might not go to every day when I make choices, because we all have so many choices. I look at what are my core values, and is this representing one of my core values? And one of my major core values is impact. So every day I make a choice, I want to be like, okay, how impactful is this that I'm doing? Would this be more impactful for me just to be a long range, like I'm gonna do all this on my own, or would it be more impactful for me to a partnership with people where I get more reach? Because impact is one of my core values. Integrity is one of my core values. So quality, right? I do things at a high bar. That's one of my really core values. So make sure all those things are aligned and don't be so focused on everybody else. Create your own reality. Only thing you can experience. And 19 Keys said there's no universe outside of you, right? So experience everything as you create your own reality and do that same thing with business. Don't be so, again, black people, white people, green people, whatever. A lot of people want you to focus all your energy on their stuff. Really focus your energy on your business and your value. And it don't matter if you don't see, right? You don't see it yet. Just like there was another thing that I was listening to that really, really just struck me and just came here to present to y'all. When you're in the womb, you're triple thought, you're triple darkness before you manifest into a human being. Same thing with a thought. It takes time before what you've done, your ideas that you're executing become in a full reality. Nurture them, allow them time to grow, and stick to who you are. Know who you are first. Stick to your core values and go for that. So I feel like I maybe went long again, but the main thing is shoot for the long run. Gary Vee says this all the time. Shoot for the long run. Shoot for quality. I promise you, you will last through the time. It may not be as quick as some of these other people that spread out with tactics and schemes and robots and all this stuff but your quality, your customer service, all these little things will distinguish you for the competition. So quality, consistency, integrity. So peace and blessings, everybody. This is Business Advice. I'll be doing quite a few videos for you guys on different verticals, even design, architects. And when I mean architect when it comes to computer stuff. So there will be some stuff on Vue. There'll be quite a few verticals that I'm going to be going through on this channel. So today's business advice: stick for the long run, focus, find out what your core values are, and make sure everything that you're doing are executing those core values. Sometimes don't look around too much. It's okay to look and be observant. Don't be oblivious to what's going on. But if there's something in your soul, and when it comes, because a lot of this stuff was my mission too, right? So that what makes it easier. I put my mission work and my business work is all about integration now and harmony. So before I used to be like, oh, balance, or let me make sure I'm doing this. When I just integrate it all together in that harmony, I don't have to worry about separating this. Everything I do, I have to make sure, like, hey, is this meeting my core values? And once it meets my core values, of course, it's going to be part of my mission. Integrity, spirituality. Those are core qualities. So everything I do, I just integrate it instead of worrying about this piece here, this piece here, this piece here. So figure out what your core values are, integrate those, and focus on the long term, even if it's little by little. And then a lot of times focusing on the long term might be like, hey, I am working this job now, but maybe I'm taking half of this, or I'm taking whatever this is to fund this dream or to fund this business or whatever. And maybe it means, okay, that TV time will be less. And I'm not, everybody's different, but I'm not the person that's like starve yourself of everything and just work 100% on this, work. I'm a person like, okay, balance, like, okay, this is really important to you, this is really, maybe I could watch an hour of less of TV, maybe until I get this thing done, let me turn off social media. A lot of things I do, time boxes and quadrants. So what's really important to me, I do that first, always. So like maybe on a Saturday, instead of sleeping in or instead of going out, when you do the same thing and you don't even feel good about it. I know that's not really my thing. Wake up early and be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do for my business day. I do 2 or 3, 4, maybe even starting off 1. I don't know if you have kids, but a solid. Let me start off with that first, and then I can go on to these other things. So, peace and blessing, quality over quantity, and long-term goals. Like I said, stop looking for going viral. Stop looking for the easy way out. Look at society and look how you could bring true value as a whole. And when you bring true value, people will pay for that. It doesn't matter what the hell is going on, what type of economy it is. When you bring true core and you bring a true sense of value, and then you'll stand the test of time when these fads and these things go over. They'll be like, okay. And then once you have the right amount of capital, there's nothing says that you have to stay in the same business the whole time. You can always shift and do something else. But like, think about long term. I think we've been conditioned to have, such a microwave society, and the 13th Son said that a lot. And then even me, I went through a lot of things, like I sprained my ankle where I'm on bed rest and stuff for right now, and you go through different things to make you acknowledge patience and taking time and watering a seed. Warren Buffett said this, and it's so beautiful. It's true. Like, we do want to relax and balance and have this peace, but at the end of the day, that tree was there so that you could have shade because somebody planted that seed a long time ago. But again, they planted that seed and they watered it and let it endure with time. So, marathon, not a race. Dropped a few jewels for you guys today. Marathon, not a race, but the main thing that I was really going for you guys was to really focus on the long term. I see so much get by fly night. They got 100 businesses going on. They got all these things, and their only defining factor, right, is how supposedly, because you never know, social media is so in and out, but how supposedly big their bank account is, and then even if it is, doesn't mean it's going to last always. So I'm more thankful for longevity and legacy and wealth beyond my years, and generational wealth as well, because there's nothing cool about being the richest person in the room. There's nothing cool about, oh, you being wealthy. Rick Ross said this, and your family is still broken. They're still looking at you. For everybody should be. It should be a whole generation, beyond generation, my peers, my friend, which should be a whole bridge, okay, of wealth, and a village of wealth, a city, right, of high income earners, of businesses, of thriving entrepreneurship, where I don't have to look at certain people, we all can go on vacation, we all can do these different things, we all have a thriving community, not just a technological smart city, but a city that's advanced in wealth and wisdom and experience. So that's my tidbit for you guys. If you're spiritual, do not lose faith. If God put something in your heart, do not let the naysayers, do not let social media, do not let the internet, do not let your family detour you from your mission, from your dream. And your mission, when you're on mission and you're on purpose, you'll get wealth and you'll get all the things that you need. Peace, love, blessings, abundance, manifestation for the righteous. And if you're not on the righteous path, I pray that you come back to the right way. All right. Peace and love.